just gotta see it through. The darkest side of the night burns like a fire for the wasted life. And there's no way you can fight. Just show some respect and try to survive.
It's showtime.
We are loud, we are proud, and where have I been? Welcome everybody to Alan Wake's American Nightmare. And I know that I have been missing for like 3-4 days, and the answer is very simple. I was just taking a very short little break. I was needing some meetings with Mr. Sandman, and you know, it's always good to get a lot of sleep and never be too far behind on your sleepy necessities. So let's not waste any time and get back right into it. So last time on Alan Wake, America Nightmare. Oh, we are just going through the motions again. It's the third freaking time we're here. I mean, have you guys noticed this? Alan Wake's American Nightmare is all about these gosh darn paradoxes and loops. Very crazy stuff. But yeah, it seems like when we reach a certain point, the game just kind of resets itself back into the original spot where it all started. And we're trying to find a way to break the cycle. Yet each time we'd get a little bit closer to stopping this. But we need to make sure that that this time it works. Because like I said, we have been only trying and failing. Might as well explore and see what we can find. See if we can change fate. Probably not, but it's worth a shot. In fact, multiple shots. I have a Magnum and...
Jake, is that you? I set everything up for you at the oil field.
Thanks. Just checking on you.
Oh. Aren't you going to comment about how holy shit I was dead again? I thought I did everything right and I still died? No little comments about that? Okay, girl. I mean, you may or may not exist because I wrote you, so
Well, art lovers, are you feeling neglected? You shouldn't. You know Eddie Rodman's got love for you, which is why I actually hauled myself out of bed before noon, just so I could record an interview for your pleasure. Enjoy. Now, as I'm sure you all know, the annual Night Springs Visual Arts Show is coming around again, and that's a big deal for all of us that are in the culture business. If you can call it a business. That's a little controversial, I know.
Oh, that's okay. Money makes the world go around, no doubt about it.
And that's one of my guests here in the studio, Serena Valdivia. She's a curator at the Night Springs Gallery of Visual Arts, and she's in charge of the NSVA Film Festival, held this year at the old Night Springs Drive-In Theater.
Hello, Eddie. It's great to be here. And let me just say that it's a wonderful venue.
Absolutely. And with her is one of the filmmakers, somebody who's actually primarily known as a renowned photographer, Alice Wake.
Hello.
Now, Alice, I've seen a lot of your work over the years. It's very impressive. My wife's a big fan, actually.
Oh, thank you.
You've gained quite a bit of fame as a photographer, but that's not why you're here, right? You actually have a film. That's a little surprising.
For me, too. I really wouldn't be here at all if it weren't for Serena.
You two are friends, I take it?
Yeah, we move in the same circles. So, about a year ago, I heard about all this footage she'd shot, and I got to see some of it, and then I started pestering her about actually putting it out there, because it was really good. I didn't really want to show it. It felt too personal.
Well, yes, I can understand that. It features your husband, and he's, well...
He's dead.
I thought he was missing.
It's been 2 years. This sounds awful, but yes, I believe he's dead. Otherwise he would have, well, you know.
Yeah, I understand. Well, hold that thought, and we'll be right back.
how much does Alice remember what the hell happened in Bright Falls? I mean, that's a legit question. Because last time we saw her, she was... Oh, a page.
I have seen the darkness twist flesh into new shapes before, but encountering these giants is an extremely disturbing experience. It's as if the genre has been switched on me. There's something out of Pulp Fiction. Twice as tall as normal men and stronger than forklifts, their lumbering gait and slow-witted demeanor brings to mind some kind of mean-spirited caricature of a feeble-minded hillbilly.
I mean, I don't know, Alan. It's you that has written all this shit, so... it's probably your fault? Everything is Alan Wake's fault. Everything. Everything that has transpired, he has written. It's his fault. It's Obi-Wan's fault. Damn it. Oh, not a page.
Emma wasn't sure exactly when the man arrived at the motel, but from what she could tell, the party started almost immediately. It was infectious, spreading from one room to another. He was mercurial, almost as if he was flickering through the scene, telling a joke here, throwing an insult there, oozing sex and violence and excitement. She had never seen someone like this before. He looked at her and smiled, and she felt her heart flutter a little. She knew he was the kind of man mothers warn their daughters about, but she told herself it didn't matter.
Yep. Great idea. Be careful with this evil man. I think he's a writer. And we all know that the writers are the source of all evil. This is why you should become a mathematician and a chemistry teacher. So then, you know, you start selling meth. That's how it works, right? But hey, a chemistry teacher selling meth to pay for his treatment and to give it to his family after he died sounds like a kick-ass series. I should write it. And make it a reality. Rather literally in this case. Oh, hi, boys. You ain't stealing my idea. It's my idea. I stole it. I mean, I thought about it. You guys aren't going to steal what I have stolen first. I won't let it. Man, I wish there was just a map feature in this game. Would make just roaming around these familiar areas way easier. Because after a certain point, you're not even like exploring them anymore. You're just like, okay, let me just get the resources I can get from this place and just move on. Okay, well this like works. It kind of does actually. Dumbasses. They're the caricature of a hillbilly. But then again, if we really want to see a caricature of a hillbilly, we could just play Redneck Rampage, which, you know, it's in my maybe not list.
So I've been thinking about Barry. I don't know what to do about him yet. I mean, I'm not gonna keep him around, that's for sure. Al? Al? Ugh, little parasite. Your best friend. Really? That's the best you can do? I actually kinda like the guy. He's a plucky little butterball. He plays the clown, that's a hard road to take. But I don't need him sticking his fat face in my business. Did you know he's been hanging out with the sheriff from that shitty little town? They keep in touch. Barry's about the only guy who insists that you're not dead. How about that? I might keep him alive for a while. Just to see him go to pieces when I fire his ass. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty sure that that was just recording Alan Wake's actor while he's just wondering where his career went wrong. Come on, man. I could be big. I could be in Hollywood, but no, I'm just playing these fucking children's entertainment things. I could do better. I wish this COD was real. I wish this wasn't like apple juice or something. I hate these producers. Okay, enough messing around. I think we got all the pages, or... No, actually, there's one right over here. Is it? We're gonna get the keys later on, I'm sure. Oh, there you are.
Getting the Andersons into the recording studio was a struggle and a half. But once they actually picked up the instruments, something happened. They were two old men, and they weren't. They were doddering bags of bone, and they were barely contained power. And there was music. Barry rubbed his hands together. He knew how to pick a winner. Now all they needed was some direction on how to make things a little more modern. Barry had never produced a thing in his life, but he knew what he liked. He knew Balance Slays the Demon was going to be a hit.
Well, good for Barry, I guess. Good thing that he is climbing around the ranks. Well, me, I'm just fighting to survive. If only Alan Wake wasn't such a dick. Could be with Alice, having a shit ton of money and babies. Yeah, a ton of babies. Okay, let me see. The wheel in place, oil's flowing, blah blah blah. Maybe it will still be exciting around the third time. I miss the crank. That's not how satellites fall. Hey, bro.
Next stop, saving Emma.
Are we sure that's gonna work? I mean, we have seen what happens when we... Oh, fuck. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Not as long as I show up, I guess.
Ow. Here. Enjoy it. We're gonna go hunting, boys. Ooh. idea. Oh, fuck! That was so close. Come on, let's go, you reject enemy from Redneck Rampage. Let's go.
Clear now.
Oh, it's clear. I was gonna lure them to that light over there, but you know, guess that wasn't needed. Man, wish I had more flares and flashbangs. We gotta use the flare gun a little bit more. Are you here or are you dead already?
Yeah, thanks for saving me again. I'd hate to die before I'm scheduled to be murdered.
I guess I have you to thank for setting everything up at the oil derrick.
Yeah, well, I figured that if we were going to go over this again, we might as well try to be smart about it, huh?
I appreciate it. You took a big chance doing that. You okay?
What do you think? I've died twice. I remember everything pretty clearly now. You said I was gonna be okay.
I don't know what happened.
It's not your fault. I think one of those, what did you call them? The takers? I think they did something to the power and they got me that way.
I'm sorry.
But I got the keys from the dead guy in that room. And I'm not handing them over until you do something about this. I'm sick of getting killed.
Fair enough.
Don't you love when you get killed and to the point where it starts to become annoying? I mean, I'm not dead, but...
You seem calmer now.
I tried freaking out. It didn't do much good for me. I guess you get used to the craziest stuff.
Good for you.
Plus, I figured I'd take the edge off, you know?
Mm-hmm. Those herbal supplements are pretty good, huh?
Oh, yeah.
It all makes sense now.
I wanted to try to explain things to you now since you're calmer, but maybe this isn't the best time after all.
Oh, shit, yeah. Better not get all metaphysical on me now. Seriously, I'm like 2 sentences away from thinking how we could all be like atoms on God's skin or something.
Or figments of somebody's imagination?
Wow. I'm just gonna try to chill out and not think about that or getting murdered or anything, if you're cool with that.
Gotcha.
Yeah. There's also that little aspect about the morality of Alan just creating these people. Because as far as I know in this very confusing story is that all this is happening because of Alan. Everything. But the story is giving him the chance to fight back against the darkness. I guess Mr. Scratch in this case. But no, it's still kind of messed up what he's doing. Save amp securing the fuse box. Sounds good. Maybe we should have done this in like, I don't know, the second... Hi, boys. Ow. Let's go, boy. Again, I just found a working strategy. The crossbow and the magnum just get the job done, you know? But again, I could have just used this. Hey, there we go. Let there be light, and our cute mechanic girl isn't going to get killed off. Man, how'd you explain the authorities this shit? Hey.
Okay. I really don't think they can get to the power now.
Thank you. That's a relief. Here's the keys that you needed.
Thank you.
Hey, I have to tell you, at the diner, I went there with him. The guy who looks like you, okay? I know I said that I didn't.
Yeah, I figured. Want to talk about what happened at the diner?
There was this guy from the observatory, and he just attacked the poor dude, smashed his face into the tabletop a bunch of times. It was horrible. I didn't know that he was gonna do that. I swear. And I just ran. I just left him there. I didn't even try to help.
There was nothing you could have done. It's not your fault.
Well, he's dead in that motel room now, so excuse me if I feel pretty shitty about it anyway.
You shouldn't blame yourself.
I just didn't want to get involved. I have this tendency to just drop everything and run. I don't think I'm a bad person, but I didn't even call the cops. I'm such a coward.
If you'd called the cops, we'd have dead cops. He's not human. Do you understand? It's not your fault.
But I could have tried to stop him.
Believe me, if you had, you'd be dead. You seem to be doing a little better now.
Yeah, I guess it just got easier once I got this thing off my chest. I just feel so guilty about it, especially because I didn't pick up on any of the warning signs. I just
You kinda did. You just didn't care.
really liked hanging out with him, you know? He was smart and charming and funny and hot. The way you could be, I guess.
I guess.
What's the deal with this guy anyway? He looks like you, he uses your name. Why does he do this stuff?
I'm not sure myself. Maybe he's just evil or my dark half. He does a lot of the stuff I'm trying really hard to get away from. Things that just messed up my life.
I guess all those murders don't help either.
Yeah, I could do without the murders and the end of the world. Listen, I need to get going.
Yeah, go. I think I'm good now. I hope.
Good luck. If it all goes well, maybe this is the last time we meet like this.
God, wouldn't that be great?
Just keep those lights on, okay?
Yeah, I think it would be good if you two didn't meet at all. Like, for fuck's sake, stay away from her. Stay away from everybody, Alan Wake. Everybody that gets close to you, they ended up miserable and dead. And miserably dead. Oh, there's a flare gun here, which of course, I have all of it. Cause I don't know, just keep using these things sparingly, but I think that the flare gun ammo was nerfed a little bit. Cause it doesn't seem to kill most enemies in just one hit anymore. I mean, again, it could just be me. Anything? Well, there's a flashbang here. Can't have too many of those. Anyway, I think we're good to go to the observatory, but I am just going to give the diner one look-see before we go. Or it's not the diner, it's the inner. It's the down. They are. The end is cut in half. Okay, nothing here. Are you sure, game? You swear you're not hiding anything from me? Nope. I guess those flares at least were useful. Oh, hi boys. I am so happy to see you. Don't look back. I look back. Crap. Later, peeps.
The fate of countless individuals hangs in the balance, threatened by the machinations of the Herald of Darkness. And yet, for a moment, the Champion of Light breathes a little easier. He has saved one life. For this moment, it is enough. And soon, perhaps, he can put an end to this.
I just see like the Taken just trying to get close, but just not being able to. it's just funny. Anyway, let's get this over
Returning to the
with.
observatory for what he hopes is the final time, the man feels anticipation and dread in equal measure. Soon, he knows he will have what he needs.
Okay. Let's go. We know the steps. We know where to
Hello,
go.
I was expecting you. I've already taken care of the imaging array, but you should still look into securing the primary coolant flow. With some luck, you may be able to light the area before these things even show up.
Yep. There you are. Right on cue. Well, it begins. Hey, big guy. Ow, I actually just don't know how I was able to kill him. Ooh. Right on the dark crotch. Now let's give the Magnum some love.
Thanks for tuning in for the second part of our interview with Serena Valdivia and award-winning photographer Alice Wake. Now, Alice, we were talking about your husband, Alan Wake. Is that a sore subject for you?
Well, a little bit. Of course it is. The way I see it, we had our good times and our bad times, and on the whole, we had a lot of good times. He really made me happy. I don't mind being reminded of him.
So you're over him?
I don't know if I'll ever be that, entirely. I still think about him every day, literally. I still find myself hoping for... Well, sometimes I think I see him just standing somewhere, watching me. I think most people who lose someone they love experience things like that. But on the whole, I'm doing all right. 2 years is a long time to adjust, and I'm not really the type to wallow in the negative.
Well, I know there are a lot of stories about Alan. He seemed to have something of a wild streak.
That's not really what our show is about, though. Look, all that stuff really gets blown out of proportion. He had his problems, but it's really frustrating for me because people like to talk. They love to tell these crazy stories, and they never really knew him at all.
Well, the character he created, Alex Casey, is a household name. The books still continue to sell. There's been talk of a TV series, a movie, a video game. Must be nice to know that his work is still being appreciated by so many readers.
Yes, of course, but I don't really deal with the business side. I leave that to Alan's agent.
That would be Barry Wheeler. Actually, I just interviewed him. He's currently in the music business.
Mm-hmm.
And he's also Alan's best friend. Do you two keep in touch? Or?
We talk regularly. Like I said, he handles the business side. I think we should talk about her film.
Yes, of course, you're right. I'm Eddie Rodman, talking to Alice Wake and Serena Valdivia, and we'll be right back.
Well, good to see that things are going relatively okay for them. This metal gate did the sound of a wood door opening. Not a door, but But yeah, let's just you know, wrap this up.
Very good. I believe we're ready to look into the sky.
Right there, Doctor.
Wonderful. Well, that didn't take too long, did it? Come here, boys. Need to gather around. Damn it. There, assholes. Ooh. Yeah. Well, they didn't kill them. Like I said, they nerfed. They really nerfed the flare gun. The flare gun could like wipe out an entire group of Taken in one single shot.
This act of creation is exhilarating and frightening. Subtext and symbols loom eager to take effect. Causality and consequence become domino chains that stretch into infinity. The more fundamental the change, the more unpredictable the variables become. Reality is too complex to control completely. Ordinary questions become meaningless. Who created who? What is really real? Everything is as real as everything else. You learn to let go of the things you can't control and go with the flow, or go insane.
You know, it's one thing to hear this from Alan Wake. It's completely another to hear this from like Christian or something. I'm just saying. Sounds more engaging when when someone like Alan Wake is telling all of this instead of Christian. Christian is sort of the person that looks at all this shit and think it's all legit. Not sure if it'll hurt me. Already been through this. Oh, Scheiße. Yeah, hold on, boys.
The man before Dr. Meadows was handsome and slick. He moved with lazy confidence and didn't bother to pretend that he wasn't staring at her. She didn't mind, at first. Then the man flicked open the knife and shoved her out of the control room so she wouldn't hear the signal, whatever it was. Outside, she pulled her lab coat closed and thought about running. She didn't. She didn't think she'd get very far. Not from him. She never was entirely sure why he spared her.
Oh, that is a good question. Mrs. Scratch hasn't been shown to be the merciful type. Anything here? Not even creepy crawlers? Oh. I don't know, flashbang. I hit the cap there. Awesome. Oh, the hunting rifle. I don't think I need it. Oof. But yeah, I got a page, but you know, nothing new. I think I may be capable of getting a new gun now. Oh. You know what? Here, asshole. Have fun. The combat shotgun. Oh, gimme. I wish I could save. Oof. Now this looks powerful. If it's the case, I can come back to it.
Come on in.
With pleasure, babe. Well, first need to watch my egotistical twin.
This is what you look like. Does that bother you? I bet it does. I'm not just wearing your face, you know. It goes a lot deeper than that. There's a lot of you and me. All the best parts.
Oh, man.
At first, I was just an idea. But they kept telling all those stories about you. You already had that rep. And then you disappeared mysteriously. And then, the stories about bad, crazy Alan Wake came true. And here I am. That's the best part, isn't it? When that happens, you can always count on Cauldron Lake. I'm just as real as you are. And I'm the improved version. No fears, no doubt, no weaknesses, no self-deception here. I don't let anything drag me down. I know you like I know myself. I know it bothers you that I'm like this, that I use your name, crawl my way into your life. But I only do it because I'm better at being you than you ever were.
What a cunchies. You know, I'm starting to get that this guy, Mr. Scratch, is just basically a combination between Christian Bale's character from American Psycho and Bully Maguire. I mean, think about it. Right down to the I'm the better you talk. Oh.
We need to protect the shelter. We can't complete the signal.
Oh, damn it. Ugh. Bad luck there.
We need to protect the shelter. We can't complete the signal.
It doesn't feel as good knowing that I died.
But I wish these things would stop blatantly violating the laws of physics in my observatory. That's just rude. Are you all right?
I'll live.
I'm glad. I'll send the lift down to you. I remember our previous encounters very clearly now. But technically, if this really is a loop in time, we've never met before. I don't know why our awareness persists, but it's bloody fascinating.
Don't try to understand it, Doc. I'm trying to understand it, and I feel a little bit of my brain leaking out of my ear.
Doctor?
You know, I know physicists who would give 15 years of their lives for a chance to experience something like this.
I'd imagine that being stalked by horrible axe murderers would curb their enthusiasm a little.
Clearly you've never met hardcore physicists.
I'm glad you're in such good spirits, but
The signal! Yes, it's completed.
finally. If all goes well, this should be the last time we go through the loop.
You know, I just realized that I don't have any memory of what happens after you leave. What does that mean?
I don't think it means anything. If everything goes well, you just keep going. I don't show up here like this again, no more bad guys. Things go back to normal.
Let's hope you're right. I'd love the opportunity to look into this in more detail.
Looks like you've accepted the situation.
I'm a pragmatist. If this is a delusion, at least my first psychotic episode is anything but boring. Really, Mr. Wake, at the end of the day, I'm a scientist. I love mysteries. I love not knowing. Whatever else this might be, it's absolutely fascinating. I wonder how far this reaches. Is everybody in the world experiencing this?
Who knows? I think reality's probably pretty fragile right now. Doctor, I can see you're very enthusiastic about this. I'd appreciate a bit of discretion.
Are you suggesting that we should suppress this?
No, you can do what you like, but I want you to leave me out of it.
But surely, with the things you know, the things you've experienced, you can replicate any of these results. We could—
Let me be blunt. If you drag me into this, I'll deny everything. I'll lie like my life depended on it. And writers are damn good liars. Word of advice. This is things man was not meant to know territory. You get into this, chances are you'll open up a door into a world of hurt. Believe me, I know.
I see.
Alan just kind of fucking threatens her. He just wants this to end, and he doesn't even want to properly understand it. He just wants this to be over.
In a strange way, he feels at ease. He is armed with his own words, and when the time comes, they will be enough or they will not. For now, he's content to let the currents take him toward the final confrontation.
Yep, let's go, let's go.
Once more, we return to the drive-in. If he's aware of the absurdity of arming oneself with a few sentences and standing against a power that can pierce time itself, he doesn't show it. The man has his share of weaknesses, perhaps more, but cowardice is not among them.
Yeah, I'm very stupid that way. This makes absolutely no goddamn sense. But hey, why start now?
Oh, you got yourself a little plan, do you?
Well, I do. What'd you think, asshole? How about this? Oh. That was a little too close for comfort. Man, this was like really cool. I mean, it was going to be real cool. It had like the flare and the combat shotgun. Only for it to not work. This sucks. Alan Wake sucks. Everything sucks. I suck. Ugh. There we go. Why offer me a shotgun when I already have something better? Let's see what will join the party this time. Huh. I remember that this section didn't exist. I'm just saying. Ooh. I forgot. Here, boys. Groovy. Oh. Slap on the ass by electricity. Slap my ass. My ass. Slapped. Completely violated. Oh, come on. We all know where this is going. Just throw me your share of taken and get this over with. Any pages here? Nope. Why the hell would there be?
You're never getting out of this, Wake. Never! Don't worry. I'll take care of your wife and your life.
Yeah, I'm a psycho, all right. Oh, what's here? I think it's just that weapon that I was not a big fan of. Oh yeah, it's the assault rifle. I don't remember me enjoying the assault rifle. I think it used a lot of ammo, but it didn't do a lot of damage. Hell, I'm kind of mixed. I'm kind of mixed on the combat shotgun. It's good, but I don't know. I feel like I may have done a mistake in taking this instead of the crossbow. Oh, a car. A fucking car. You just throw me a car. You've been throwing me hell and back for the last I don't know how many parts. But a car. You think that a car is gonna do me fucking in? Oh, you're a psycho, alright. But you know why you are also an idiot. A fucking idiot. They should rename you Mr. Idiot.
But I'll send you right back to the beginning.
I'll send you right back to hell, motherfucker. Come here. I can't believe a car. Is that the best you can do, Mr. Motherfucker? Mr. I'm so cool. Look at me.
When the dark man's eyes suddenly locked into Serena's, she flushed hot. They ignited a black fire in her. He was talking. He wanted the power turned off. He said something about the projector booth. She hooked a finger under his belt buckle. He grabbed a hold of her throat and twisted until it hurt. Somewhere deep inside, a part of her screamed in paralyzed horror, but the moan that escaped from her throat had no panic in it. "Pay attention," he said. "Business first." His eyes glittered shamelessly. Hers did too.
Mr. Scratch just made her really, really horny. I mean, that's kind of what happened. Not kind of, that's pretty much what happened. He just made her really, really horny.
What? You think whatever it is you're gonna do is gonna make a difference? This'll end up just like before!
I mean, I legit hope not, because I'm tired of doing this. Like, I'm pretty sure that the game has saved on a lot on its budget by reusing the same locations and characters over and over. But still, you do it like a fourth time?
I've been around for a while now, you know? While you've been indisposed, stuck in the darkness, I've been busy. I operate in the shadows, not always literally, you understand? I'm a little more resilient than those I've taken, but I do my best work in the dark. And there's so much darkness out there. It goes deep. And the things that live in it are fast, big bastards. They don't mind getting a little bit of elbow room. All that chaos and madness, it doesn't really do that much down there. It's like pouring a glass of water into the ocean, right?
Oh, remove his coat.
Up here,
You mean business.
you can really make an impact. All they need is someone to bring them all the way through. But first, I had to take care of you. You party pooper. You're stuck in an eternal cycle now. The sun's never coming up for you. Everything else? Do my thing. Getting a bit of quality time with Alice. That's a little something for me. And I deserve it.
Are you gonna kiss the camera?
There's more to fighting the Taken than just burning away the darkness that protects them. When I'm fighting for my life, I find myself slipping into a state of intense concentration that makes the beam of my flashlight seem more powerful and focused. I used to think it was just my imagination, something brought on by the adrenaline and fear of death. But now I'm not so sure. I've been touched by powers that I can't begin to truly comprehend. And they've left a mark. I'm starting to think this might be a part of it.
Well, it's a little bit meta to kind of acknowledge a gameplay feature like that. But hey, it works. Okay, for now, let's send the girl into horny jail. We are going to extinguish the fire in her pants. She's going to wake up to reality. Ooh, a page. I'll do it later. Hey, horny girl. Did you, had a waterfall coming out of you yet? I mean, I'm just asking for, research purposes. There's a page there. Okay, he thinks he's like the ranger for a second there. Huh. Huh.
The clothes I wear now I shaped from dreams and memories. It's an old outfit, originally from the 90s. The last time I wore it was when I was still writing and Alice and I took a vacation in the desert before our troubles began. The night before, we'd been at a party, and I had dressed to the nines. On that lazy day, I put on these old clothes, worn and comfortable. Alice made a joke about grunge. I felt a little embarrassed, but I stuck with them. We were very happy. I'm sheathed in good memories to remind myself of what is at stake.
Well, let's face it, you using these clothes won't exactly fit the Arizona aesthetic. I mean, all those coats that you're using in Bright Falls, it just wouldn't work, you know? I said Bright Falls, it's Bright Springs.
I held the film canister in my hands. I saw her name written across it in big letters, followed by the title. It was a time capsule, moments snatched from times gone by, from a past that I hoped could also be our future. It was my salvation, our chance to be together. A tin can with a bit of magic in it that she didn't even know about. Something I could put to good use. There were only moments left before I had to face him.
Huh. I guess that's what is going to happen. Man, there's only like 3 fucking locations here. The drive-in, the observatory, and the motel. Again, the game has to save a lot on its budget. Thanks for the flares. Oh, Alan doesn't even talk to her.
Hello, folks, and welcome to the third part of our pre-recorded interview with Serena Valdivia and renowned photographer Alice Wake. So, tell me about the film.
It's called Sunrise, and it really wasn't something I ever thought of as an actual film. It was just footage, things I saw and happened to shoot. It's not a medium I'm very much at home with. You shouldn't put yourself down. You've got a great eye. Maybe. But experience is another thing.
Because you're primarily a still photographer.
Yes, exactly. So I'm really used to thinking of the world in terms of snapshots. I frame something and try to pick the right moment, and then reveal that moment to people. Moving images are a different story. I'm still learning a lot about it, to be honest.
So, this is a new thing for you?
Or maybe I'm just a slow learner. But showing it like this is definitely a new step for me. It's a little weird taking something this intimate and showing it to everybody. Not that the material itself is somehow shocking. It's just that those were private moments. But that's why it works, because it feels genuine. It's not so much a story as it is a sort of an echo, showing us how you saw your husband at the time. It's not really about the sunrise itself or Alan watching it. It's about you two together.
It is about the sunrise and Alan Wake watching it.
I suppose. It's funny, looking at it now, especially now that it's been edited like that. It takes on a life of its own, almost. It's a kind of a fantasy. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. No, you're right. I'm glad you talked me into it.
Again, it just very obvious hints there. By the way, go to Horny Jail.
Oh, hey.
I'm hoping I can put an end to this now.
You'd better. I really don't want that to happen to me again. It's like somebody vomited in my brain, like a sleazy movie that keeps looping in my head.
I'll stop this, I swear.
You know the part that's really screwed up? If you mess it up, it'll just keep happening forever, right? I don't think I can deal with that.
Don't think about that.
I don't think of anything but.
Hey, afterwards, when all this is done, look me up. This thing, I can probably help you deal with it.
I don't know. It's almost like I'm not even in the same world anymore. Everything's just weird now.
Yeah, I know. A lot of that'll pass with time, but being touched by the darkness, it's rough on you. It's a lot to process, and I just don't want you to get completely screwed up by this.
Might be a little late for that, to be honest.
Yeah, well, there's degrees. At least you're not at a point where you go around picking fights with people over not changing their light bulbs often enough.
What?
Never mind. All I'm saying is, you're not alone with this. And anyway, you're friends with Alice, so, you know, any friend of hers.
Thank you.
Ooh. Look at this. For some reason, the notification of the follower who's not didn't play, but it seems like we have a new member of the crew. Sour the TV. Welcome aboard, bro. Thank you, WSG, bro. welcome. I'm really glad you're here and joining the show. I really hope you feel welcome, and you know, you're the star of the show, man. You just say something and you know, we're going to interact just along. But remember, she's still going there just to rethink her life. Third time's the charm, am I right? But yeah, I'm so glad that you decided to follow up, join us, and you know, I'm really thankful. That's the key word. I'm really thankful, and I really hope that I offered you an experience and a community of which you're going to enjoy being part of. Anyway, enough with the sentimentality. We have a dark side of us to kick the ass off. I'm gonna kick my ass. Doesn't sound so funny. I'm gonna kick my ass. Oh, speaking about that, Sour, we have sound effects down there. If you want to use them, just a little reminder. It begins. Oh, all right. By the way, I already joined the disc. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it so much. You have no idea. In that Discord called The Place, we really invite to have a place where you can have any sort of discussion. It won't always be perfect, but it's a place that invites discussion from all sides, all spectrums, because we really focus on the values of free speech. And just, you know, just being pleasant with each other. I really want a community that's tight, you know. Everybody's welcome. Except the Taken. The Taken are not invited. They were gonna get a bullet to the face. We don't serve your kind around here, boy. It's just because they're dark, isn't it? Run, bitch, run. There we go.
Again, the champion of light enters the final trap. The new reality is almost here. All he needs to do is change the details of the scene, push it past the breaking point, and the rest will snap into place.
The rest is fucking history. Okay, it was late at night. Blah, 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 blah. Sun was almost over. Don't you hate when that happens? Okay, there was a film noir post visible. Oh, hi, Tom Zane. There we go. It all just snaps onto itself. Okay, let me play a sound effect here.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
It's all coming together. Okay, there was a spotlight. Let me do the... Alice's film was in the projector. Well, there it is. Yes, the page is becoming true again. Just gotta put in the projector. Lights. Lights. And something. And action.
Oh, come on, buddy. Why don't you... What? What is this? No! No! You can't do this! All I did was take the things you always wanted and never had the balls to go for. It's my turn now. It's my life. It's my life.
Alan? Is it really you?
It's really me.
How?
Kiss the girl. Kiss the girl. Our Hollywood ending is right over there. Right within our reach.
A woman, a man, two lovers, held apart for far too long, enveloped in the light of a glorious dawn. They both feel it. He's home at last. Are these actual events, or merely a dream? A memory, or a glimpse of what is to come? One thing is certain. This scene takes place in another time and another place, far, far away from Night Springs.
What? 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 Wait. What? 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 No, game, we can't just do this.
No.
There's the twist.
Ow.
Barry. Okay. I need to compose myself and try to understand what the fuck was that. Um. Okay. Okay, I'm trying like to piece things together. Okay, so after the events of Alan Wake, the first game, I mean, Alan made the return, and that didn't work. But then something, the evil side of his called Mr. Scratch came to be, and then Alan started this little fight with him, and to combat this evil side of his, he has written all the events of this game, including, I think, the final, the fact that Alice made a movie about him at all. But now we defeated Mr. Scratch, and it seems like Alan has finally returned to the real world. But only the series returned, only for the series to say, "Oh, this is just something that may have happened somewhere in Night Springs or something of the sorts." And it just ends saying that Alan Wake's journey through the dark will continue or something. I am so goddamn hopelessly confused about what was really achieved with this game. Guys, I mean it. I'm legit confused. And I'm a guy that's sucker for just trying to piece things together, kind of like a puzzle, and make they all make sense. What was real, what was not, and I think that Alan kind of summed it up. Doesn't matter what's real and what's what not. Like, doesn't matter what's real and what's not. Yes, it does. It does matter what's real and what not. But Christ Almighty. Okay, so this was shorter than I expected, and I can only imagine that this was made kind of like on a way smaller budget, because we repeated a lot of the same old locations in a creative manner, mind you, but we still kept revisiting the same locations, and of a place that may not or may even exist. I don't know. Okay, for the positives, I did enjoy the fact we have new guns and more firepower and more variation. But, you know, clearly this feels like a spin-off at most in terms of content. Again, the guns were great. I'm really glad for that. It played a little faster than the original. This game is clearly meant for people who are already pretty familiar with the first game. Oh, and by the way, if you're thinking about playing this game as the entry point in the series, I'll just be honest, don't fucking bother, okay? Just don't fucking bother, because even I played the first game and I'm very confused as to what the fuck happened. So, yeah, I can't say I regret playing this. Miss Scratch was real fun to watch. You can see that the Alan's actor was just having the time of his life. But yeah, I expect this to be a little bit longer. Maybe we have a area to explore after the third loop, but apparently no, it's not the case. I expected just like a final area, but no, it just kind of ends. We just, like, the closest thing to a final boss was that part with the enemies and the stuff coming out of the ground. But, you know, I don't think the Alan Wake as a series even had that many decent final bosses. What they usually do is just throw you just more the same, but you know, conclusion, this is technically the end of the Alan Wake series for now, because we have a sequel on the way where Alan Wake turns into a black woman. Okay, I just had to do it. It was just way too simple, but you know, I'm willing to give a chance to the new characters. It's a game that I'm gonna have to wait before I come to any conclusions. But what if I told you that technically this isn't the end? Like, it's the end of the series for the time being, but the story is continued somewhere else. Oh yes, my friends, it's technically not over, but you know, the connections to Alan Wake are going to come relatively later on. But next time, and I'm not sure if I'm going to go into this game right away, but we'll see. But in the future, very near future, we're going to play Control, also made by Remedy. But I won't really spoil what's all about, but you know, there are going to be some Alan Wake connections eventually. But you know, we're gonna get there when we get there. So thanks so much for watching my videos and streams. I appreciate each one of you. Join the Place Discord. You're always welcome there. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. This is fucking confusing.